I'm a firm believer that we should not live in fear. But let me tell you, lately there have been some money scams circulating that I think we should all be aware of. So we're going to talk about 8 common financial scams that you need to watch out for. So first, make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this episode with a friend. Number 1, your bank contacts you and says there's a fraudulent charge. So this happened to me, actually. They texted me and was like, oh, you have a fraudulent charge from Best Buy in California. And I was like, oh no. They said, is this your account? And I said, yes. And then I get a call. And when they called me from some number, I was like, It didn't even say like my bank's name at the top. So I was like, I think this is a scammer. So I called and I said, okay, can I have your name? Because after a while they were like, oh, hi, Miss Cruz. We're calling from such and such bank. We saw this fraudulent charge. We need to verify that this is your account. And I said, okay, can I get your name so that I can call the bank back and verify that it's actually the bank calling? And so I asked the young man on the phone to spell his name. And he said, F you, and then proceeded to say the actual word to me. I screamed. I was like, oh my gosh. So it was a scammer that I caught. So listen, I never, ever trust text messages, even emails, you guys. So if anything has to do with your bank and your account, always call the bank directly. Even if they send you a phone number to call, don't do it. Call the bank directly. Like Google it yourself, find the number. They're so good. They're so good at getting your account information, scaring you that like, oh no, something's wrong with your account, and you freak out. So verify that it is your bank. So big. Okay, number 2, this one is crazy, but the scam is that the police threaten to arrest you because you didn't pay a fine. So a warrant, quote unquote, is out for your arrest. And there's going to be cops that are going to be coming to your house to arrest you. And this could be everything because you didn't pay something, you didn't show up for jury duty, but it has something to do with law enforcement. And this is a scary one because people are like, oh my gosh, and they're like, if you don't pay the $2,000 right now, like, you're going to jail. And people freak out. And again, just give them, I guess, their account information. So listen, if that is you, the police, they're not going to just like call you and all of this. So if you are scared, hang up and call the police station back. And if you do, more than likely, they're going to say this is a scam. This has happened to 2 of my friends. And they legitimately thought that they were going to be arrested. It's crazy. Number 3, if Amazon or USPS texts you. So this one happened to me too. USPS, the postal service, texted me and said, oh, your address was, not verified in the account. And so we have to reship your package. So can you please give us your debit card information or credit card information? Because, we have to reship and we have to pay for like inventory, handling or something. And this one I fell for. So I did give them my debit card information because I was expecting a package. And then later that night, I was telling Winston, he was like, babe, I think that's a scam. So I went and pulled up the address again because they had texted me and I had clicked on the website. And I looked up at the website, the name of it, the actual domain name, and it was like 8942XS at whatever. And it was just not good. Not good at all. So they're not going to text you. Just know that. Number 4 is fake property tax bills in the mail. So if you just bought a house or maybe you refinanced, look out for very suspicious official looking documents when it comes to taxes and insurance. Again, if you get something and it freaks you out, make sure to snap a picture. You can send it to your broker or your lending agent to see if it's legit, but they will get you that way. Now, for the ultimate protection from scammers and spammers, you have to check out Delete Me. So Delete Me is a wonderful service because it goes in and removes all of your info that is online. And there's so much of our info online, you guys, from our phone numbers, addresses, names, past employers. Like, it's just crazy what people can find on the internet. And what happens is these data brokers gather your information and they sell your information to other companies. And then that's when a lot of spammers start happening and scammers and all of it. So make sure to use Delete Me because it is a wonderful service that removes your information so it's not being spread all over the internet. So you can get 20% off your Delete Me plan by going to joindeleteme.com/Rachel. Number 5 is fake jury duty registration. So like I was mentioning earlier, that, again, people are being threatened with jail time because they didn't show up for jury duty. This one is actually when they digitally contact you, they're saying, hey, we need all of your information. And so put your social security number, put your account information, all of this, because you are signing up for jury duty. So remember, if there's ever anything from the government, it will have a .gov not a .org address. So make sure to look at the specific website that you are filling out. And also, if you are requested for jury duty, it almost always comes through the mail. So you're never going to get an email with it. It is going to be actual mail coming through your mailbox. Number 6 is spam calls from a familiar area code. So sometimes these spam calls will use your area code, and when you pick up, it's just like, oh, some telemarketer or whatever it is, and you're just like, oh. But again, you'll see it. Now, our phones have gotten better where they'll say potential spam. So if you're like me, here in 2025, I think we all will let our phones go to voicemail, or I do if I don't know the number. And if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. But other than that, I just ignore. Number 7 is texts that are personal but vague. So they'll say like, hey, is now a good time? Or how did it go? Hey, did you figure it out? And so they're trying to get you to answer and be able to respond to that contact. So if you don't have that number saved that's asking you all these vague questions, just don't even answer it, because there is a potential if you answer and reply, then they're going to have some of your data and a pinpoint back to you. So just ignore those. It is all spam. All right, number 8 is packages with QR codes. So this happened to one of my friend's daughters who randomly got a package delivered to their house with a QR code. And if you scan it, then scammers get access to everything in your phone. Is that not nuts? So don't ever scan a QR code if it shows up in a package. Just ignore it. So listen, in general, there's a lot of things out there, you guys, from spammers and scammers, but I want you to be able to avoid it. So look for these red flags and just usually ignore, because if something is very, very urgent, they're going to find another way to contact you. But for more scams to avoid, make sure to check out my episode, How Airlines and Other Retailers Are Robbing You Blind. I will leave that episode right here, so click it, or if you're listening on podcasts, click the link below. All right, you guys, remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.